Welcome to Top Hill Recording Podcast, where we ask an artist or a band to come in, give us 4 original songs, and then we have a little chat with them about their journey, how they got here, and where they are today. Today, our guest, we have Sofia Lynch. Sofia has been on this as a returning guest, number one, returner. Started her professional music journey at 14 with her debut EP, In My Mind. Has really been doing it, has over 50,000 streams, just recently released a song and has already 40,000 streams on that. Amassing over 1 million views on TikTok with her music and which we were just on. So, wow, pretty awesome. But tonight, our guest, Sofia Lynch.
Why aren't you thinking of other things? The mess you made of me, my great escape, a burning maze. The green I've grown turns gray. I made it out, and I can't even pray. I won't make a sound, 'cause now I grieve alone. Tears of ash and mist. I'm the architect, you're the arsonist. And I'm not sorry that I fought back with the nerve to try to win. 'Cause you're not sorry for what you did. And as we battled for the upper hand, drew hard lines in the sand, I wanted to reach out, but your lies are far too planned. You break the rules because you can. Did you ever care about the crowd? 'Cause now I grieve alone. Tears of ash and mist. I'm the architect, you're the arsonist. And I'm not sorry that I fought back with the nerve to try to win. 'Cause you're not sorry for what you did. Now I'm far too old to bear the burden of your olive branches turn into dust before my eyes. I know you wrote me as the villain hunting you through trenches, but I did the best I could at the time. Now I grieve alone, tears of ash and mist. I'm the architect, you're the arsonist. Now I grieve alone, tears of ash and mist. I'm the architect, you're the arsonist. And I'm not sorry that I fought back with the nerve to try to win. 'Cause you're not sorry for what you did. Don't wanna be with you tonight. I'll lock the door on my way out, turn off your porch light. No, I don't need us to have another fight. Tell me you were right, not this time. But what else am I gonna do? Blame my choices on my youth. Let them both fade in the rear view As I drive back home, I'll tread the path in front of me, but I'll run it all the same. You're not coming with me, I only have myself to blame. 'Cause I can blame a whole lot on my youth, just not you, never you. 'Cause I knew better than to follow you and crawl to you and fall in love with you. Still so foolish, taking chances, went for you and left embarrassed. I can blame a whole lot on my youth, but never you. And I'm not old enough to reap rewards of wise. I'll lay there crying in my bedroom, screaming why. Why'd you appear? Why did you come into my life? Just to say goodbye. Now I can blame a whole lot on my youth, just not you. Better than to follow you and crawl to you and fall in love with you. Still so foolish, taking chances, went for you and left embarrassed. I can blame a whole lot on my youth, but never you. So I blame myself, I do. It's true. 'Cause I can blame a whole lot on my youth, just not you, never you. 'Cause I knew better than to follow you and crawl to you and fall in love with you. Still so foolish, taking chances, went for you and left embarrassed. Yeah, I can blame a whole lot on my youth, but never you. Everybody wants attention and I want it the most. Wanna be a hot girl and wear hot clothes. I scheme to keep your eyes on me. I'll do anything. I'll string you along as I want. I want you upon me. I'm leading you on. What's taking so long? I want you to want me. 'Cause I want attention, wanna be the one you're missing. That chick is a vision of a hot girl on a dance floor. I want attention, yeah, set out on a mission. Become your new addiction, and you know that you want more. And I want attention. Everybody wants attention and I want it the most. Wanna wear high heels, wanna get too close in the back of the cab when you're taking me home, you know. I'll string you along as I want. I want chick is a vision of a hot girl on a dance floor. I want attention, yeah, set out on a mission, become your new addiction, and you know that you want more. And I want attention, yeah, I want it, 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 yeah, I want it. Yeah, I want it, yeah, I want it. Everybody wants to be a 10. Everybody wants to be with me again. I want to hear you say it, so say it. I want attention, want to be the one you're missing. That chick is a vision of a hot girl on a dance floor. I want attention, yeah, set out on a mission, become your new addiction, and you know that you want more. And I want attention.
Dude.
Have you ever seen it burn to the 3rd degree? I had until your flames wrapped around me, flushed scarlet. Have you ever said a thing you really mean? Clear water runs red with dishonesty. I should have called it. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what it means? Strike a match, throw it in my gasoline. Do you get off to it? Fire flat in the streets. Light it up, let it burn my gasoline. Do you ever think back on it like me? Drinking cheap beer and then switching to whiskey, calling a taxi back home, and you kissed me right there in the backseat. And I've died 1,000 times since that night, 'cause each fight is a roll of the dice. It's over, you act fine, meanwhile I've been set on fire. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what it means? Strike a match, throw it in my gasoline. Do you get off to it? Fire flat in the streets. Light it up, let it burn my gasoline. Do I look pretty as my city burns away? Do I smile while trying not to suffocate? Do you love to watch me scream? Do you know what you did to me? Now I'm rising above it. My ashes are wings, burning up like a match on gasoline. I was playing the fool, now I'm pulling the strings. Let it pour over me like gasoline. I'm burning, watch me like gasoline.
Thank you guys for having me back. I'm
No.
really excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Killer
it's so nice to
tunes.
meet you.
Yeah. What a voice, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very dynamic.
So you said that we were kind of not really delayed. It really wasn't much delayed, but you had to come about an hour later than normal because you were doing voice lessons. And I kind of, after listening to the old stuff, I was like, what are we doing voice lessons for? She's got a beautiful voice. And then comes in here and does some stuff vocally that is just killer, man. I mean, I don't know how I guess because you are still working, you're still getting better, but it's just crazy that the control you have over your vocals, and some of the stuff you do with your medleys are just crazy. It's awesome to have you back. Thanks for making the trip, and thanks for bringing 4 new really, really good tunes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm so happy to be here, y'all. Yeah, I did. I drove up from Nashville after my voice lesson. I was working on "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette.
Okay, right on.
Hoping to cover that in one of my shows soon. But yeah, I'm so glad to be back here. I love Louisville.
You know, I could actually hear that with that voice flip and the "You Ought to Know" part. Like when you nail that, I'm sure it's going to be, which I'm sure you can now. But that'll be fun to listen to.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I've been having so much fun experimenting, covering different songs by different bands in my shows. I've done Mr. Brightside. I
think I've seen a video of that.
You probably have.
Okay.
I've covered it so many times. My poor friends who have to come to every show and hear the same song over and over again. But it's fun every single time. It's great.
So, you just have recently released a single. What you played for us? What was the name of that tune?
Architect and the Arsonist. It came out on March 8th.
Killer tune. So March 8th, it's been, I guess, sitting in the studio now just over 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Not quite 3. I guess 3 weeks tomorrow.
All right. So we're at 40,000 streams already plus, which is crazy. I mean, that's a quick start.
It's been amazing. I was blown away the first day. Like I just saw the numbers keep climbing and I was like, well, surely it's going to slow down. And people have really been listening to it multiple times and adding it to their playlists. And they seem to really resonate with it, which is always what you want out of any release.
Well, I know Earl has experience and has mentioned when you mentioned playlists, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, if you can get on a playlist. I mean, when we have bands and acts on here every week, and everyone who comes on here is pretty damn good. And there's people all around Louisville that's good. Obviously, everyone in Nashville is great. But that doesn't mean that your music will get listened to. You have to find a way to sneak in, and playlist is the way to do it. And it takes obviously good tunes, but it takes a little luck and kind of finding the right playlist. And so you've definitely done that because you got, besides all the streams, you have tons of monthly listeners too. I saw you have about 30,000, which is a lot.
It's been, I feel really lucky that it's gone so well, not releasing. It's been like 3 years since I released my last song. So I had all of these anxieties about releasing new music, about whether anyone would care, whether I picked the right song or whether I picked the right day. But it all went better than I could have hoped for, which was awesome. We did a release party for it, rolled that into my birthday party.
Hey.
So just had the best time. Sold out this bar that we played at, and it was a great night.
So leading up to, you're in Nashville, you're around a ton of people that are doing it full time, where that's what they do. They up and down the thing, writing songs, doing all that. When you are releasing something in a place that is so music-centric and so big and so many artists, how do you go through the process of, I'm going to write this tune, which, is kind of however you do that. But was there any real business plan or thought process on how you roll out this first single, especially after, 3 years and those the inner dialogue you're having with being nervous about it? How did you approach that?
Well, it took a lot more planning than I was expecting. The last time I was on the show, I don't know if y'all remember, I very confidently stated that my next song was coming out in June.
Yeah.
And that it was called Kill the Queen. And there was a music video coming for it, and we were doing the photo shoot for it. We did the music video, or we developed the concept for the music video, did the photo shoot, and it just didn't, the timing wasn't quite right. We couldn't quite plan it perfectly. So gearing up for this next release, Architect and the Arsonist, I wanted to release it in like November or December when I finished it, but that's kind of around Christmas time. And that gave me the time to really strategize what I wanted the release to look like, what kind of visuals I wanted to accompany it, what kind of additional art pieces, TikToks, lyric videos, we'll do a music video for this next song, which is exciting.
What Gasoline coming out.
Exactly. Gasoline coming out April 26th.
Hey. If it's not out, it'll be out soon. I don't know when this podcast drops, but it'll be
I'll
real
manifest.
close.
Maybe say out now. Question mark.
There you go.
But I tried not to overthink it too much, but there's so much that goes into even just like booking a venue for the release party. I had to figure out, what bar was it going to be? Are they going to charge me a fee to use their bar? If so, I probably can't do that because, I just graduated college. I'm trying to make this work on my own terms. How to promote it. I need to print posters for it. Posters are so expensive now, you guys. It's crazy.
How many did you print?
I ended up printing 0. I decided that I invested in online ads instead because I reached more people with less money. So
absolutely, that is something that we do a show once every month or 6 weeks or so, and it was a consideration on what to do. Should we do posters and I was kind of not even, money really didn't come into it. Not that we have any, but money, it wasn't even thought because it was just like, who really looks at those and reads the information? I think like if you see one on a telephone pole on Bardstown Road, you just kind of, that's a cool poster.
Yeah.
But do you absorb the info? We're online, you're there consuming and doing those things. So it's so hard, but obviously whatever you did worked because you ended up selling out a bar and having, so what were the, I guess from that decision making on how to ramp it up, how did you get to a sold out venue?
Well, so I approached this venue that seemed to be about the right size for me, maybe even a little bit more ambitious than I should have done. And I had played there before at their songwriters rounds. And I just said, hey, I promise you, I can bring a whole lot of people in and they'll spend a whole lot of money on food and drinks and they'll hang out for a long time and take care of your servers. Will you please let me play? And turns out I didn't even need to oversell myself that hard. He was like, yeah, what date do you want? I was like, I have this whole presentation prepared. But
sit down for the PowerPoint,
exactly, please. I prepared. I was ready for you. So I had 2 of my friends open for me. One who I went to school with in Murfreesboro at MTSU with. She's a pop artist named Emily O'Neill. And then another girl that I met who graduated from Belmont named Bella Garland, who's also an artist. I felt so lucky that they wanted to be a part of the show and bring their fans out to support. And we decided to make the show free so that I could encourage everybody I've ever met basically to come. I posted about it for weeks. I practiced with the band, made sure that everything was as close to perfect as I could get it. And I was disappointed, that nothing can be 100% perfect, but that's okay. We live and we learn.
What did you learn? What did you learn that next time you go, okay, I'll do this a little bit different? I think
I'll charge for tickets. I think I'll sell tickets next time.
Maybe
make a little bit of money so that I can make more music. But I definitely I think I learned how to really host an event because this was my 22nd birthday plus my release party. And I hadn't done anything quite this big yet. The bar holds 70 or 80 people and it was completely packed. And I wanted to make sure everyone knew how important it was to me that they came. So I wanted to make sure I said hi to everybody. I wanted to make sure that my friends who opened for me knew how important it was to me that they lended their talent and their time. I wanted to make sure my band knew how much it meant to me that they practiced and showed up and showed out, dressed to the nines. They looked amazing. And I had friends that volunteered to take pictures for the show. They did videos. I really feel like I had a whole team of people supporting me. It was amazing.
Well, you before the podcast, you did mention something about cover art, I think, right, Spencer? Was it about the release of this song?
Well, yes. So The song is called Architect and the Arsonist.
Hold on. That's called a kick to, man. You were supposed to say, yeah, tell us about the cover work and art, man.
Sorry. I'm just the guy normally behind her. So.
That's an assist, bro. I'm throwing you alley-oop questions to ask. Yeah. Hold on. Let's try this again.
Yeah, do it again.
Are you ready? Hey, Spencer, she mentioned something about the artwork for this song, didn't she?
Yeah. Why don't you tell us about some of that cover art and the different things that you were thinking about?
Oh, great question. I'm so glad that you asked. So the song is called Architect and the Arsonist, which is a bit of a mouthful. And when you were asking for the song titles, you said, I'm just going to write A and A. I can't spell that. That's also what I've done when I've been emailing back and forth with, playlisters or my team just about the song. But I submitted, I did the regular version, Architect and the Arsonist, put it out. Great. Everything was perfect. And this past Friday, I put out a sped up version. And that's a strategy that you can do for TikTok. It's very trendy for people to just speed up songs so you get more of it in a shorter amount of time. It's our attention spans are shot.
Hear them all the,
to be
I hear
honest.
them on TikTok
exactly,
all the time.
You know what I'm talking about. So, and a lot of artists will just release that cover on Spotify. If people are used to hearing it fast, then they want to hear it that way. So I tried that to see what would happen. And I also have an acoustic version that will come out next Friday before Gasoline comes out. So that's very exciting. But yeah, for both the sped up version and the acoustic version, I submitted the artwork. I looked over it so many times. My distributor looked over it. He submitted it. And then he emailed me 3 or 4 days before the release and said, hey, you spelled architect wrong on both of them.
Oh, no.
And I've written out that word a million times by now. There's no reason I should have gotten it wrong.
Oh.
And I also didn't notice that I had spelled it wrong. So luckily we were able to fix it. But for about 48 to 72 hours, Architect and the Arsonist sped up version was on Spotify with one too many H's.
There's an H in Architect.
That's okay. There's only one. I put too many in there. We'll say that. And hopefully nobody noticed. I don't think anyone noticed. It's fine.
Well, no, they can't get a screenshot of it now if they
exactly.
No
it's
going
gone.
back.
It's fixed. It
I don't
doesn't
even know
exist
what you're
anymore.
referring to. That's hilarious. That's the biggest. That's the biggest fear anytime you release anything is once you push enter.
Yeah, I just put out a live EP, and it's just 4 songs. But I felt like I've read over when I was submitting it so many times. I was just spelling it out. I was like, "Is this right? Am I spelling?"
And they don't
these
even
easy
look
words?
like words anymore.
They don't.
You're
I'm
looking
oh,
at it
no.
so much.
Yeah.
For days, I just kept checking to be I gotta fix it if it's wrong, but it was fine.
Second guessing words that are right. That's when you're slow is spelled SLOW, right? Why does it look so wrong?
This can't be right.
That's the one thing with editing this podcast. I'm already a shit speller anyway. I'm dog shit when it comes to keeping words correct. I.e., every time, doesn't matter what the word is, I'll get it wrong. Every time, and somehow I flip those letters and it's still wrong. It always looks wrong, but it's nerve wracking, absolutely nerve wracking to hit enter. I've been denied more on submitting stuff where I've done something wrong or just one little thing is off and it just gets rejected. I've had released. This is coming out, and 3 days before I go back to check. And it's, you got to start from the beginning again. I'm like, ooh, good
and
thing
that's
I don't.
always the worst, isn't it?
Well, it is, but I never did anything like you did and had a rollout and really did it right with the show to promote it.
That's
plan. Nick Till just did that, which is killer, man. I think that's such a good idea and such a celebration because it should be celebrated when you're creating from nothing. It always blows my mind that you can create something, this thing out of nothing into this thing that is so personal and important that a lot of times it gets overlooked. Releases get overlooked. Your Monarch EP was just,
I just kind of put it out, because it was just
there was no celebration
they just gave me the tracks, and so I just put them out.
Well, you put everything into your songs, and then the marketing aspect, it can be fun and it can be very fulfilling, but for me it's not nearly as fulfilling as the creative process itself. I want people to know about my music already. I don't want to tell them about it.
There is a strategy, I think, to that, which you're kind of touching on in the way you talk about it, and having to use that tool like social media and really use it as a marketing tool to such as speeding up TikTok to keep people's attention. Things like that are so important, and probably not thought of.
No, so it's really smart. Yeah.
Super smart the way you're approaching this thing. I think it really will help get people to hear you and listen to you and draw them to you.
Because that's what kind of we were saying earlier. A lot of people have good music, and it's just like, how do you get it heard? And having like a solid plan like that is definitely send you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
So,
was it you that sent that Vince Gill thing?
Yes.
That was killer, man.
So I actually got a question for you. So I'm 23, and we've had a bunch of young artists come on to the podcast, and you know, a lot of times what we talk about with the bands and with the different artists is, you know, how hard marketing is nowadays. But I do have to say, with you getting 40,000 streams, with you getting millions of views and stuff on your TikTok, what are 3 marketing like kind of tricks of the trade that you think a lot of people don't do, or that you see that you wish more people did?
One, the first thing that I had to really learn to do was to kind of get over the anxiety of being on people's minds too much. You know, you feel like if you post every day, at least to me, I was like, oh, that's way too much. People don't want to see that much of me. But no one's looking at your page as much as you're looking at your page. They'll see maybe 1 out of every like 5 posts that you do. So if you just keep consistently kind of going at it and trying different things and trying new strategies, trying different skits or songs or whatever it is in your niche, you'll continuously like slowly gather more people who are wanting to watch your content, which is always a good thing. And something that I feel like people don't talk about as much, which is equally as important as like good ideas and creativity and persistence, is investing your money into your marketing, which is like not the fun answer, because no indie artist has a huge budget to spend on marketing. But I spent $30 promoting my release show on Facebook and Instagram, and it was worth it. I had people who were like, I saw the ad and I was in Nashville for the week. I wanted to see music. We had a bachelorette bus come through, and one of them recognized me from an ad on Instagram, which was just really exciting. So for just a little bit of a financial investment in yourself, you can see a really good return. And I think that's, again, it hurts. I don't want to be spending money, but this is the thing that I want to invest in growing. So that is important if you want to sort of prioritize it.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Yeah, that's something that we've shied away from here, that I think that probably for us to get out of the loop that sees us constantly, that we're going to have to do some online advertising. Because I think that especially with like Instagram, you get stuck in here's 400 people that see you and follow you, and then 3 people that don't follow you that saw this. And you really have to kind of, that's why TikTok is pretty genius, because it's algorithm based, but instead of follower based. And I don't know, man, it's a frustrating but time consuming endeavor that that pays off if you do it correctly. And you know, I think doing it the way that you were doing it, now it's time to charge for some tickets so you can make money back.
Exactly. I'm doing my next release show will hopefully be May the 3rd, the Friday? I believe it is.
It is, yeah.
Excellent.
I have a show that day too.
Oh, I was going to say.
Excellent. We'll be playing music at the same time.
It's at a little kava bar. We played there. Yeah,
that's kava bar?
Yeah, I'm back there again.
That night?
Yeah.
Who else playing? You got a big lineup that night?
No, it's like 2 of us right now.
What? All right, go ahead.
Dude, that's awesome.
All right, so this same
Then
night
we'll
as
be
your
playing
release.
music at the same time.
Hi.
Yeah, it'll be on May 3rd. We're doing it at Delgado Guitars in East Nashville. Hopefully.
What guitars?
Delgado Guitars.
Oh, you've been there.
I'm announcing this like before it's officially confirmed. So hopefully,
let's go Delgado.
Okay. Hopefully, that's where it's happening.
Hey, there's a new attorney commercial that has an old song that does a voiceover edit on the part where it names it. So if it's not this place, just tell me, and I'll do a voiceover edit of that place when you say the name. It's actually at Bluebird Cafe. That'd be pretty cool. All right. Anyway, sorry about that.
But yeah, you can buy, and I'll just say it, manifesting it. You can buy tickets on my website now at SofiaLynchMusic.com for the Gasoline release party at Delgado Guitars in East Nashville.
Underline the word you can buy tickets, because let's go.
I'm stoked to hear the studio version of that, because it was killer in here.
I'll send it to you guys before I leave today, so y'all can check it out. I love y'all's opinion on it.
Yeah, I'm super.
The acoustic version was great, and I like all your the productions on all your songs are really cool anyway. So I'm stoked to see and hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, the melody line and the vocal gymnastics you do on that song in particular are so impressive. Number one, but just so good. Yeah, so good. So it's such a killer tune. And that's the best. Also, the best part about your tunes, they're so well written. Even thinking about the first song, Architect and Arsonist.
You got it.
Visually, how cool that is. Like somebody's building a house, somebody's burning one down. It is such a, just in the title right there alone, you get such a sense of what this is, the possibilities of what this song could be. And then you bring it home with how well it's written. It's just so visually cool. And I think you have a knack with writing really hooky, good,
there's some bops
songs
in there
for sure. And then Gasoline,
Bop City, baby.
I'm glad you said Gasoline for last too, because that thing was killer. It was super killer.
So excited for it to come out. I'm doing a music video with Lauren Taylor, who's someone I've been wanting to work with for a while. We went to school together, and she's doing film now. And we're doing the release party. It should be excellent. So I'm really excited for everybody to hear it.
So you've got these this release, you got Gasoline. What's the plans? Do you have big plans for full record, EP? What are we doing here?
So for now, I am releasing music consistently every 8 weeks, which is going to be my schedule for a little bit. I just want to keep putting out new music. I want to keep experimenting with my sound and finding something that people really resonate with. So I'm excited to keep doing that. I've met so many different collaborators in Nashville, different producers and co-writers that are really shaping how I want to present myself as an artist. And also, I'm going on tour this summer. What? Just a little tour. I'm really excited. I'll be going to Shenandoah, West Virginia. I'll be going to, obviously, I'll play some hometown shows in Nashville. I'll be in Knoxville. I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'll be in Columbia, South Carolina. And I'm debating, I kind of want to come to Kentucky.
Come up here.
I feel like I got to come to Louisville.
Come on. We'll figure out something.
Y'all have to, I'm still finalizing venues and hammering that down, but where do you play?
I mean,
the Monarch's always the one we're going to say.
We're always going to say the honestly, Monarch. I have a contact list of 30 places. I'll just send it to you on Instagram, and you can.
That would be amazing.
Just go wherever you want.
Because this seems like such a great city for music.
There's a lot of great acts here.
It's crazy. I mean, it really is a hub of really, really good original music. Just Kentucky in general these days, it seems to be. All these guests that we get from Eastern Kentucky and Northern Kentucky, it's just everybody seems to be doing something really cool. And the same deal for Nashville. I think the weirdest part about the guests that we've had from Nashville is they're less country than any other people that
they are.
In here.
Nashville is really leaning towards the pop scene is growing there. The hip hop scene is growing there.
Yeah, we had Grace Pelly in last with her band, and it's totally like a Paramore type of. It's not.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and which we love. I mean, this is just a music podcast, so but it is interesting to hear when you're so well rounded as not just a. I wouldn't even consider you a country artist. I would consider you a pop artist, a singer songwriter. You could definitely go country and have your stuff be released as country, but I wouldn't consider you a country singer. Like I wouldn't consider him a country singer. He says he's a country singer, but I don't consider you a
country
singer.
light.
He's just country
Is
light.
it like Tyler Childers-esque is what you're?
It's not.
It's more Brent Cobb.
No, it's like
like more in term like his new album. Like musically, that's how I kind of feel that it is. It's kind of that kind of retro '70s. You know
what it is? It's your pants. That's what Earl Bowman.
Absolutely. I'm rocking the bell bottoms today. I wore them just for you guys.
Your pants, dude. That's what it's the cool ass shit. All right, man. You got anything? You got some questions?
I kind of just wanted. Earlier, you mentioned you played the release show with the band. Do you play with the band a lot, or you just kind of here and there? Like, tell us a little bit about the band.
So that was one of the first. That was the first headlining show that I've done in several years. And it was the first band show I'd done other than a really short set that I did with that same band maybe a couple weeks prior. We did a practice round at Tin Roof, which is actually right across from my house in downtown Nashville. Tangent. But I'm hoping to be playing with the band more. For every single release, I want to do a show. I want to make it exciting. I want there to be a new reason for people to want to come hear me play live. And especially for these tour dates this summer in late July and early August, I'm gonna have my band with me. So
cool.
I'm really excited.
Sweet. So as when you put these guys together or this band together down there, most of these are these professional musicians or these people that you have to pay to get and come out, because you definitely need to charge if that's what you're doing. You don't want to lose money on
exactly.
this adventure.
I do like my release show that I did for Architect and the Arsonist. I did end up losing some money. It's how it goes sometimes.
That's what Earl says. He loses money.
But I had so much fun.
I lose money a lot of gigs with the band.
Exactly.
I always pay the band, so sometimes you just end up
you want to make
short.
sure like they're lending you their talent and playing your music, and you want to make sure that they want to play with you again. Mm-hmm. Two of the band members are friends of mine, and they're doing it they just want to play out more, and they're very talented musicians. So they're doing it for me as a favor. Then one of them is this guy that I met through my producer. He was recommended to me. He's my bassist. His name is Steve Bierman. I'll shout him out.
What's up, Steve?
And he's well worth every dollar I spend.
Bass players, man,
He's very good at what he does.
I know. When you get a good one.
And luckily he's really fair to me because he knows I'm 22 and struggling.
Well, and you're doing the thing. I mean, if you weren't doing the thing and making moves and really putting in the work on the back, there's not a lot of people, especially musicians down there, that would go, yeah, I'll do it, even if it was for a little bit of money. I think the fact that you're working and putting in the effort and doing all the stuff that you're doing is a big feather in the cap for you, and why those musicians would say, hell yeah, I'll do that. Absolutely.
I just want to make it fun for everybody. I had so much fun at the release show, and that's really what I've loved about being in Nashville for these last couple months. I've really connected with, or really remembered how much I love performing live, and just... Again, it's so much fun. It's a party every time.
All right. Well, 8 weeks, no more 3-year gaps, right?
Exactly. I was sad. It had been too long. Never again.
Yeah. What do they call the seasonal onset depression? It's like you had that for 3 years, and then you released a song. It's like, holy shit.
And then everything was fixed all of a sudden. I was like,
happy.
Whoa.
The birds are chirping. Listen to it's wild.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the next big thing is going to be the Gasoline release.
Yes. So April 26th, that's when it'll be out. We'll have a music video out the week after that. Same day as my release party. Buy tickets at SofiaLynchMusic.com. Yeah.
Get them tickies.
And
buy the tickets.
Yeah, I'm so excited for everyone to hear that one. I did it with Corey Plow, who's a producer back in Irmo. We it's one of the more experimental songs that I've done. When I send it to you guys, you'll hear there's this synth part. It's really like my voice distorted, where I'm gonna sound so silly. And if you haven't heard the song, I'll sound double silly. But I heard it and I kept pestering my producer. I was like, I want like at the beginning of the chorus, I want to hear like a or like a and he was like, that's so what instrument? And I said, I don't think there is one. I think we gotta. So I went into the little vocal booth and I did a couple of and tried to make it perfect. That is on the song, and honestly, it sounds very cool. I'm really excited about that. But we messed around with we lit a match and had that as one of the percussive noises, just to really illustrate, the lyrics of the song, which are talking about destruction and a relationship that failed in such an epic way. And it's all very dramatic, which is my favorite thing to be.
Well, it is. Can't wait to actually hear, which I think we're getting ready to get a preview of the full production of that thing. So super exciting for all our listeners and people paying attention and watching. Where can they find you? Where can they listen to you? Where can they get those tickets? Where do they come find you?
So you can follow me at Sofia Lynch Music on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot on both of those platforms, and I think I'm so funny and witty and great. So check me out there. It's SofiaLynch. And then I'm SofiaLynchMusic.com. That's my website. I'm on YouTube. And obviously you can find all of my songs on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all those streaming platforms. My song Architect and the Arsonist just came out, and Gasoline is probably out now. Gasoline is out now. Go check it out.
I hope it is real. All right, we're going to do that. Spencer, where you at, man?
I'm on Instagram at Corbin.customs guitars. If you need any luthier work or any guitar work or stringed instrument stuff. And two, I just got a gig at a place called Music and Arts. And I will be working on, well, thank you. I will be working on classical instruments. So that is woodwinds, brass instruments, violins, violas, cellos, basses, all the stuff. So if you guys ever need any type of assistance or anything like that, just for any of the regular stuff, just hit up my luthier Instagram. And the other one is Spencer.Corbin.
Moving on up. Hey, man. Tell you what, he's had a good week, this guy.
Yeah.
Had a good week.
Yeah.
All right, Earl. So, Tyler Lance Walker Gill's Tonkin Tuesday last night. How'd it go?
It was fun. Yeah, had a good crowd. Spencer, I felt like played extra well. Had some fun. He normally doesn't have a lot of fun. So that was good for everybody. Yeah, we had a good show. That's a fun time. So and Tyler's a funny guy. And
he's great.
Yeah, we had a good show. We'll be in Berea on Friday.
Berea on Friday. All right. So this is we're going to probably try to put this out around April 26th or something like that. So what you got going on around? You'll be a festival circuit, won't you?
Yeah, around that time I'll be playing Fuzzy Pig in Indiana. Yep. And then
I think that's a 26th and 7th.
Yeah, and then in May I will be at Port Castle.
Dude, it's going to be a good summer. All right, be sure to follow Top Hill Recording Podcast on Instagram. Also, check us out and subscribe on YouTube. Sophia, we appreciate you. Until next time.
Thank you guys for having me.
We'll do it again soon.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be back.
Thank you.